Hey Pisces Kingdom, and tuning in for a reading today. As I was shuffling Pisces, the main message coming in for your reading is that you don't realize how close you are to crossing the finish line. I don't know for who that message is for, but we have the Four of Wands to the Six of Wands. Pisces, Six of Cups coming in to the Ten of Swords. Some of you may have lost hope a little bit. Some of you may have been going through a lot of challenging moments or challenging times. Hangman in the reverse, trying to get unstuck or, free yourself from any kind of stagnant or stuck energy, releasing any kind of self-sabotage, whatever has been working against you or kind of keeping you in place or making things harder than it has to be. That's all ending this month. And I feel like this message is a little bit of a continuation of the last message because we had the Eight of Swords in the last spread. But Hangman in the reverse as your general energy, it's official, Pisces. You're getting unstuck. You're getting out of this energy that's been either pulling on you or holding you back in some kind of way or making things harder. But most importantly, Four of Wands to Six of Wands, you're about to cross the finish line. And I don't think you realize, Pisces, how close you are to that achievement, to that success, to that victory. One of the messages coming in the last spread was Three of Wands in your general energy position. And so Three of Wands to the Four of Wands. Three of Wands talks about the before, feeling the anticipation, feeling your ships coming in, knowing that you've done the work, knowing that you're in the right place at the right time, and anticipating your victory, anticipating your ships coming in. And then Four of Wands is the after, actually celebrating that you achieved this victory, celebrating the milestone, celebrating the achievement. And so this is very important because it feels like it's building up to this month, Pisces. It's also the 11/11 portal coming in. So yeah, this is really good right off the bat. I only see a challenge coming in with the Six of Cups to the Three of Pentacles, but we will clarify, we'll look into it. Just real quick before we dive into the reading, Pisces, if you would like to book a private reading, the information is in the description box below by the Three of Pentacles to the Six of Cups. But before we do, Pisces, Ten of Cups coming in. So you're starting with a 10 and you're ending with a 10. So Pisces, in the past, Ten of Swords talks about painful endings, things kind of coming to some kind of a abrupt ending or a painful ending, either being a heartbreak, a disappointment, a betrayal. Ten of Swords is a very painful card, and it feels like this is what you're coming out of. Six of Cups. There may still be memories, there may still be an emotional attachment, or just even maybe like a connection, still some cords attached to the situation or what happened in the past. But all of that, Pisces, is really it's not gonna compare to what you're coming into, okay? So if some of you are still hurting a little bit because of the past, as soon as you come into this victory, as soon as you attain whatever this is for you, this is a general reading. I don't know what the Four of Wands to Six of Wands is gonna be for all of you, okay? But it is crossing a finish line. It is a major achievement. It is a victory. It is a success. And the important part about that is that it's connected to the Ten of Cups. Whatever this victory is for you is going to be very emotionally fulfilling. And Page of Wands coming in this month, Pisces, it feels like you've put in the work. You've done what you had to do. You cleared the space. And a lot of you are about to get lucky, okay? So I don't know for who this message is for, but in your first try, in your second try, in your third try, you're about to get lucky. It's like, take that first step and the universe will take 10 steps, okay? It feels like you have a lot of momentum backing you up because Seven of Pentacles talks about you doing the work, whether it's investing your energy, your time, your work, your resources. For some of you, this is investments. But Seven of Pentacles is a very slow moving energy of just kind of putting in the work day in, day out, keeping your head down, doing the things that you have to do, doing the things that you know that it's going to take to manifest the thing that you really want. But it's also a card of not giving up because Seven of Pentacles is not a very fancy card. It's not like the big breakthroughs, the big realization, the big successes. It's more about being in the trenches, keeping your head down, doing the work day in, day out, and knowing that eventually you'll be able to harvest. And so what it looks like is that you've already prepared the land. You've already been doing the work. And so what you're about to attain, Pisces, to other people outside of you, it may look like an overnight success. It may look like all of a sudden you just pop out Four of Wands to Six of Wands with a major victory, but they don't know how much work you've been putting in. They don't know the Ten of Swords that you've been through. They also don't know the Six of Cups that you're battling with every single day because Six of Cups can talk about memories, thoughts, things that are still connected to the past that are connected to whatever this painful ending is. So I don't know for who that message is specifically, but this is what you go through, okay? This is what only you know about, you know, only you know about what's going on in your thoughts, how you're feeling, what you've been through in the past. And a lot of people don't see that. So what people are going to be seeing is you standing on the stage, you attaining the success. As you can see all the hands here, and you're standing on the stage. Again, this is the victory card. This is literally the success card. Some people, Pisces, I don't know why this is coming in, but you know, don't take it personal in a sense if people kind of tend to judge you very quickly or think that you're an overnight success, or that, you know, because they don't know really what you've been through. They don't know the amount of work that you've been putting in to build up until this moment. And again, for a lot of you, Pisces, it is coming in this month. Whatever the success is, you're about to cross the finish line. Four of Wands, this is a major milestone. And so, yeah, don't take things too personally. Also, don't feel the need to let people in at this moment of your life. Don't be too friendly, Pisces, because right now it's very important to really just keep yourself straight and invest into yourself, because Page of Wands, there are a few steps that you may have to take, a few actions that you may have to take to bring this victory in. But it feels like, Pisces, everything has been set up. Everything's already in the right position. You're at the right place at the right time, even though some of you may not feel fully ready, or you may not feel, some of you may even be thinking, you know, like you may be wanting to perfect things and be fully ready, be fully on board, and that can be a little bit of self-sabotage coming in with the Hangman, because Hangman talks about this like stuck or stagnant energy of maybe even not wanting to start because you don't feel like you're fully ready, or like it's perfect, or it's like the right thing, the right time. But Page of Wands, Spirit is saying that you take that one step forward and Spirit's going to take 10 steps towards you. Okay, so that's a major message, Pisces, because you have been doing the work. And so some people might think that you just got lucky. And some of you will be getting lucky in your first try, your second try, your third time. I don't know for who that is. Maybe you're starting a new business. Maybe you're trying something new. Maybe you're picking up a new hobby. Or I don't know, maybe you're getting into investments or trading, whatever it is. You will be getting lucky in your first 3 attempts. I don't know why that's coming in, 3 of Pentacles. But it's not the fact that you got lucky, it's the fact that you've been putting in the work, and now you have momentum moving in your direction, and you're breaking free of the stuck, stagnant energy. But you may have to initiate, Pisces. You may have to initiate and get the ball rolling with the Page of Wands. There may be a couple actions here and there to get the ball rolling, but you do have the momentum. And 4 of Wands to 6 of Wands, crossing the finish line, that victory is guaranteed. But 4 of Wands, I'm going to clarify a little bit more to see what else comes in for this card. 4 of Wands to 7 of Pentacles, Pisces. Whatever it is that you have invested into and that you have been putting the work forth, maybe you lost some hope that it would happen or that it would come in. This is what you will be celebrating. This is what this is about. That 7 of Pentacles, whatever you had to believe in yourself and invest into and kind of give it your all, even though you weren't seeing any of the big breakthroughs or the big moves that you wanted to see, that's what's coming into, that's what you're going to be celebrating about. That's what's coming into this victory. So 7 of Pentacles, Holy Spirit, what do you want Pisces to know about the 7 of Pentacles coming in? Tell us a little bit more about this energy. Yeah, a lot of people, Pisces, don't know what you've been through. They don't know what's going on in your mind space. They don't know about your past. They don't know the kind of investments or the work that you've been putting forth for this manifestation. They only see the outside. They only see the highlights. So really don't take any of it personal. I don't know for who that is, but a lot of you will be attaining some major success this month. But you, again, you've been putting in the work. So we have the Wheel of Fortune coming in for the 7 of Pentacles. And we have the Moon in the reverse and the 8 of Pentacles. Okay, yes, exactly. Pisces, your work's about to pay off. The Wheel of Fortune. Pisces, your fortune is about to change. You're about to get lucky, okay? And I don't want to just use luck as like a random thing that is happening in your life, because 7 of Pentacles, you've clearly been putting in the work. You've clearly been investing, whether your energy, your time, your resources, whatever it is. 7 of Pentacles, you've clearly been doing the work, but your luck's about to change, Pisces. The Wheel of Fortune to the Page of Wands, you're about to get lucky. It's only a matter of taking the few first steps, taking the few first actions here, and you're gonna, I don't know why it's coming in this way, but whatever this is for you, Pisces, like you're gonna be a natural at it. You're naturally gonna be good, or you're gonna get lucky in some kind of way. Wheel of Fortune, you have luck and good fortune on your side, okay? Your efforts, Pisces, have not been in vain, okay? Whatever you've been through in the past that you felt like it didn't bring you the returns that you wanted, the ROI, or the it's like it didn't meet your expectations, is because you weren't finished. So if you gave up on something, or you thought that it wasn't gonna happen in the way that you wanted it to, or you think that something failed or something didn't happen a certain kind of way, it was because it wasn't the end. It was just a part of the process. 7 of Pentacles to 8 of Pentacles. Your work's about to pay off in a very big way. The Wheel of Fortune. Things are finally shifting. Things are finally shifting in your favor, okay? Whatever kind of stagnation, stuck energy, self-sabotage, whatever was kind of working against you or making things harder, that's about to clear out. Because we got Major Arcana to Major Arcana. The Wheel of Fortune is in the upright. Luck is on your side. Fortune is on your side. There's about to be a shift in your energy that's going to bring forth the rewards. 7 of Pentacles to 8 of Pentacles. Your work's about to pay off. And again, some of you, it's like I feel like a loss of hope or faith, because the 6 of Cups is here with the 3 of Pentacles to the 10 of Swords. Some of you, again, it's like it either took too long, it was too hard. Some of you started to doubt the Moon in the reverse because you couldn't see clearly. You couldn't see clearly. You didn't necessarily have the answers. You didn't know why certain things were happening. And some things just fell out of your control. The Moon in the reverse to the Hangman in the reverse, both of these are your energy, Pisces. They're showing up in the reverse. Some things felt like, again, like outside of you, okay? Like there was too much happening. There was too much outside of you that you couldn't control, too much unknown. And you didn't really have much of a choice but to surrender. And now you're finally gaining your power. You're finally getting control over the situation. 6 of Cups, you're coming out victorious. Whatever the situation is, whatever happened, you are coming up on top. You are coming out victorious. But this energy, Pisces, I can't deny it. Whatever you've been battling, whatever you've been going through, whether it's, a lot of doubts, okay? Could be a lot of doubts. Could be a loss of faith or hope or even belief, okay? Because the Moon just talks about being in the unknown, okay? Having a couple days of being in the unknown, that's fine. But when you've been a couple months or a couple years just not knowing what's going to happen, feeling like you don't have control or power, or feeling like so many things are outside of you, that tends to start to hit you, right? Whether it's your, belief in yourself, whether it's your faith, your confidence, your self-esteem. 10 of Swords talks about navigating some painful endings, potentially disappointments, heartbreaks, betrayal, okay? 10 of Swords, it is a painful card to go through. And so many things were kind of left open. So many questions were unanswered. And, you just maybe didn't know what to make out of that. So all you could do is really focus and invest your energy, your time, your resources into whatever the 7 of Pentacles is. And it's finally coming in. You're finally seeing the moves. You're finally seeing the breakthroughs, the shifts come in. And it's happening because of the wheel, okay? You are having some kind of change in faith. Or it's like you're about to get lucky, Pisces. But I feel like there's more to this. It feels like it has to do with your faith, with your belief in yourself. Your hope or your faith is going to be restored within yourself, okay? Because a lot of you, Pisces, you're very wise. You're an old soul. So you know how to navigate this life. You know what to do. You know what works. You understand yourself very well, okay? You have a lot of time to look within and gain that consciousness, that awareness over yourself. And some of you may have felt like some of the things that you thought that you knew, or some of the things that you used to preach, or some of the things that you used to believe, because you had to overcome a lot of adversity or a lot of painful endings. It's like, it might have affected a little bit of that faith or that hope or that belief in how things actually, how things actually are. Okay, I don't know what's trying to come in, but something's trying to come in the sense that there was a lot of things that you just didn't know. Okay, so it just might have hit you, okay, Pisces. It might have been a low point in your life. And that's all changing. To reflecting on your journey, waiting to harvest the fruits of your labor, a sign to keep going. You're almost there. You've been doing the work and your wildly successful roots are growing. You may not see the fruits of your labor yet. Know that they exist and that any lack you are feeling is simply residual energy that is being worked through. It's time to fall into faith and to pause and give thanks. Realize that you are the living, breathing result of all your memories, hopes, and hard work. Keep going. This moment gives you a divine interlude to revisit your purpose and direction. Your arrival is only possible after you pinpoint the destination. Has your journey shifted so much that what you originally germinated is not the thing that you desire to harvest? What needs to change to satisfy your deepest intentions? If you're feeling any frustration or lack of progress, remember that giant dreams aren't built in a day. Take a moment to breathe and reflect, as these profound and sacred breaths can reinvigorate and realign. As I give thanks for what I'm about to harvest, I know that my life is headed in the right direction. Pisces, exactly. Do not give up, Pisces. Your work is about to pay off. 7 of Pentacles to 8 of Pentacles, Page of Wands. There's a few actions that you may have to take, some things that you may have to start or initiate. But Pisces, again, it's like you take one step forward, the universe is going to take 10 steps towards you. The Wheel of Fortune. You're about to get lucky, Pisces. And I don't know why that message is coming in. Some of you, if you're trying something new, okay, it's like you're about to get lucky in your first attempt. Your first attempt or your first 3 attempts, you're about to get lucky, okay? And that's really going to build your confidence. That's really going to help restore your faith and your belief in yourself, okay? Because whatever this was, whatever you went through in the past, this is not easy, okay? A 10 of Swords is literally the end, okay? It's the ending of a phase, of a chapter, and it's not just any kind of ending, because 10s talk about completion. A 10 of Swords is an ending due to some kind of disappointment, some kind of heartbreak, some kind of betrayal. It's a painful kind of ending. So whatever you went through in the past, 6 of Cups, it's like you're still trying to recover from the situation. You're still trying to really get back to yourself, to who you really are, still trying to tap into your power. And for a lot of you, what I'm getting is a lot of you really just kept your head down and you started to invest into yourself, really started to invest into your work, whatever this is, your craft, and it's finally about to pay off. 8 of Pentacles. Everything you need, you have, Pisces. Everything you need, you have to set things in motion. And the victory, Pisces, for some of you, again, it's like this loss of hope or faith because you just didn't know how long it was going to take and you've been at it for so long. But you don't realize, Pisces, how close you actually are to crossing the finish line. 4 of Wands to 6 of Wands. Page of Wands. All it takes is this action. Okay? I don't know what this action is for you, but this leap, this action, taking the first step, it's like you take one step, the universe is going to take 10 towards you. You have the Wheel of Fortune on your side. Again, I don't want to use the word easy, but it may be easy, okay? Like it may come off as easy, how effortless things start to manifest for you. But it's not the fact that you just got lucky, okay? It's the fact that you've been putting in the work for a while. And you're finally getting a lucky break, the Wheel of Fortune. Holy Spirit, tell me more about the Moon in the reverse. Why is the Moon in the reverse for Pisces? This is connected to your past. Moon in the reverse is card number 18. 1 plus 8 is 9. There's been some conclusions, Pisces, that led to endings. So 9 to 10. It may have to do something with this 10 of Swords. Holy Spirit, please clarify the Moon in the reverse for Pisces. Okay, so we have the, 10 of Wands. Okay, 10 of Wands, Knight of Pentacles in the reverse, 7 of Wands, and Judgment in the reverse, Major Arcana. Pisces, whoa, okay, whatever, we have the King of Swords also, I just noticed. Whatever this painful ending was, 10 of Swords, Pisces, is also connected to the 10 of Wands. Pisces, okay, I just want to say, if this is your reading, you're going to know who you are. 10 of Wands is being tired of being tired. This is being exhausted. This is kind of going at it for so long, being on this very long journey. It just feels a bit like a burden, okay? It's like, you know, sometimes just not having the energy. Knight of Pentacles in the reverse, feeling like things kind of were stalled or delayed, or you felt like things weren't moving in the direction that you wanted them to. Feeling like you have to really do the most to get the things that you want, in a sense. It just feels like things were harder than they had to be. 10 of Wands coming in. It's the ending of that energy, so that's the good news. 10 of Wands coming in. Taking too much. An opportunity to free yourself from heavy burdens, obligations, finding yourself close to a successful outcome. Pisces, what did I just say? 4 of Wands to 6 of Wands. Finding yourself close to a successful outcome. You're so close to crossing the finish line, Pisces. Again, it's like if you lost hope or faith in yourself or on the journey, because you've been at it for so long and you've encountered the 10 of Swords and the 10 of Wands, you are so close. the need to prioritize, a message to keep going, okay? Again, 7 of Pentacles was don't give up. 10 of Wands, it means keep going. All those responsibilities, do you really need to carry all those wands all by yourself, all at the same time? Couldn't you drop a few of them by prioritizing, or maybe, just maybe, things would go a whole lot faster if you enlisted some help? All you have to do is ask. Drop the non-essentials and any heaviness that is weighing you down, because you are so close yet so burdened. Pisces, you are so close, okay? You're so close to the successful outcome. Think levity and ease. Streamlining will expedite your goals and bring relief to any overwhelm or molasses energy that you're feeling. Sometimes this means letting go of a learned behavior or a limiting belief, and sometimes it means deleting a task on your calendar. Whether your burdens are material, spiritual, literal, or energetic, some extra baggage right now. Release that ish and enjoy your last steps to the finish line. Wow, Pisces. I'm getting goosebumps as I read this, because that was the main message that I got as I was pulling the spread. And I didn't think that clarifying would bring this message up. Yeah, you are so close to the finish line. I release my burdens into the ethers, knowing that the universe will help me tend to the essentials. Pisces, maybe you took on a little bit too much, okay? Maybe you've been, getting the shorter end of the stick for a while, okay? Because it's 2 10s, okay? Who are we kidding? 2 of these 10s. 10 of Swords, painful endings, betrayal, heartbreak, disappointment. 10 of Wands, being very burdened, being tired of being tired, being exhausted, going at it for so long. The good thing, Pisces, is that this is the end, okay? This is the end of any kind of delays or stuck energy or stagnant energy. Knight of Pentacles, again, is the slowest moving knight out of the entire tarot deck. But in the reverse, it talks about stalled energy, things not moving at all, delays. It's the same energy as the Hangman in the reverse, okay? Feeling stuck, feeling like things aren't moving, okay? It's the end to that. Why is the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse? Holy Spirit, tell us a little bit more. Why is the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse? King of Cups in the upright. Pisces, for a lot of you, whatever this was, okay? Whatever situations you've been encountering, it's really been testing your patience. It's really been testing you, maybe even in an emotional way, okay? Like, feeling all kinds of emotions come up and learning how to navigate them, learning how to master them, but just feeling like sometimes too much responsibility or too much weight on your shoulders, or like you take it on too much to the point where maybe you feel emotionally drained, okay? Yeah, it can even take you to this place of like numbness, like feeling too much and all of a sudden not feeling anything. It could feel like extremes, a little bit like a roller coaster. But for a lot of you, whatever this is has been testing your patience, and has really helped you master your emotional intelligence and master your emotions. You're showing up in the upright, King of Cups. Whatever you've been encountering, Pisces, whether you know it or not, whether you believe it or not, you make it look easy, King of Cups. You make it look easy. You've really been handling it the best way that you can, even if you felt like you were underneath it, or like you were kind of being dealt all these cards or the shorter end of the stick. People from the outside looking in, you make it look easy, okay? You're showing up as a King of Cups. You're showing up as the master of your emotions, of being emotionally intelligent, being emotionally mature, handling things the best way that you know how to, using all your tools, all your experience. It's like all hands on deck, Pisces. But the thing is, this is also being tired of being tired, okay? And just simply not wanting to be in these situations anymore, simply wanting things to change, things to shift in your favor, and it's finally happening with the Wheel of Fortune. I saw 26 on the clock. That might be a sign for some of you. If you're into numerology, I would strongly suggest looking into 26. It's time to show fierce loyalty, pride, and trustworthiness, and tend to your home while uncovering your own wavering ambitions for the future. Sometimes this energy is so stable that it feels repetitive. So if you are feeling resistance, or if you kind of prefer to stay in bed, find the joy in your progress. The journey is the thing. Uncover heart-stirring enthusiasm by allowing yourself to believe in something brighter. This is a card of infinite expansion. With time and faith, your seeds will take. Follow through on your plans and promises, and move any stagnant energy that's blocking you from your dreams. Seed by seed, I plant my future with my rock-steady foundations of faith. Pisces, this is the 3rd time that the word stagnation has come up. So it came up with the Hangman in the reverse. It came up with the Seven of Pentacles, and now it's coming up with the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. I don't know what you've been encountering, Pisces, but if anything has been slow moving, delayed, stagnant, stuck, whatever it is, Pisces, whether it's happening internally or externally, it's clearing up. Okay, it's like that final push. It's the final push because you're almost there. You're so close. This is a 10. It's a completion of a journey, and your work's about to pay off. 8 of Pentacles. So don't lose faith. Don't lose hope, Pisces. I don't know why I feel the need to say that. 4 of Wands, 6 of Wands to 7 of Wands, and then Judgment in the reverse. Some of you, Pisces, it's like you feel like you were treated unfairly in some kind of situation, or you were judged too harshly. Judgment in the reverse. You feel like some things have not been fair, some things have not been just in your life, and you haven't known how to make peace with that or how to bring closure to that because some things kind of stayed open. And I don't know what this is, we will clarify, but it feels like it placed you in a position where you felt like you were underneath the situation. Judgment is in the reverse. Yeah, something was not fair, something was not just to you. And it's like all you could do was focus on yourself. All you could do was continue to improve yourself, keep your head down, keep doing the investments, whether it's your time, your energy, into your craft, into your work, into your projects, whatever this is, it's finally about to pay off. Something that was unfair or unjust is about to be made right, with the Wheel of Fortune coming up in the upright. 7 of Wands. For some of you, it may have been people around you, people outside of you that did not have your best interests in mind or at heart. The 7 of Wands is the haters card, by the way. So I don't know for who that is, but it's a card of, you know, doing your thing, shining your light brightly, and people kind of coming out of the woodworks. There's just trolls, there's haters coming out and maybe not being very supportive of you, or not, you know, being haters, gossiping, you know, saying things behind your back, not supporting your growth. Could even be the people closest to you, family members, loved ones, co-workers, business partners. Yeah, it's just some people may feel threatened by your light, Pisces. Some people may feel threatened by your success, by your skills, by your abilities, by your talents. And you may have felt like you had to really protect yourself. You really had to conserve your energy, protect yourself, keep your energy clean, maybe not let a lot of people into your life because you knew that you couldn't trust them. In some way, somehow, Pisces is coming full circle and it's going to pay off for you in a very good way. Again, you have 2 kings coming up, King of Cups to King of Swords. You're very intelligent. King of Swords is someone who's very intelligent, very knowledgeable. You have good judgment. If you have to be, you can be very logical, very cool, calm, collected. And you also have, so it's like you have the IQ, you have the intelligence, and you also have the EQ. You have the emotional maturity, the emotional intelligence. And some way, somehow, it's about to pay off. It's like some of you may have a lot of skills, a lot of talents, a lot of abilities, a lot of knowledge and experience. The work that you've been putting in behind the scenes is about to pay off. You've made some good decisions in the past, Pisces, and it's all coming up. It's all coming full circle. You're about to receive some good karma for your decisions in the past. Even though when people or situations were unfair to you, you were still just, you were still fair, you still did the right thing. And Pisces, it was not in vain. It's coming full circle. It's about to pay off for you. Again, I don't know what this is, but I'm going to find out. I want to clarify a little bit more to see what's coming in for you, Pisces. Again, I'm trying to keep it as general as possible because if I continue to clarify, it starts to go more specific. If you would like a personal reading, the information is in the description box below. But as far as the situation, Pisces, the way that it's coming in is that some situations in your past were unfair, unjust to you, okay? Bad judgment calls. And you felt like you got the shorter end of the stick, and all you could do was continue to put in the work day in and day out, not knowing if you were going to see the results or it's like you really had to believe in yourself, because if it wasn't you, then who else? Okay, it's like you felt like you had to go at it alone, like you really had to put in the work, and there was a lot of unanswered questions, the moon in the reverse. There's a lot of unknowns and things that you couldn't see. And all that hard work, Pisces, even though nobody else has seen it, okay, the divine has seen it, the universe has taken notice, and it was not in vain. It's about to pay off for you. The Wheel of Fortune. You have a lucky break coming in. And some of you Pisces, this is the moment to go all in to some kind of project, some kind of work or skills, or learning something new, starting a new hobby, monetizing something, maybe starting something on a new platform. Whatever this is the Eight of Pentacles. It's about putting in the work because you are so close. You're at the 8. You're so close to the finish line. There's a major breakthrough coming in, and because this is Pentacles, it is connected to your abundance. It is connected to something physical in your life, and all that takes is setting things in motion, taking the first step, taking the first action. Page of Wands to Eight of Pentacles. Your work is about to pay off, Pisces. Mastering a skill, an expert, craftsmanship, the Merkite that you put into your work, methodical progress, patience and determination, sole purpose. Patience and determination are the best ways to ensure your success. Mastering the skill takes time and perseverance, and shortcuts are not the best path forward. As you build your experience, remain dedicated to excellence and to developing your unique form. Study, practice, improve, and thrive. Put your Merkite, your love, your soul, and your energetic essence into your work, and bring it in consistent, methodical way. Perfect your craft and imbue joy into the repetitive things that you find yourself doing. Find flow in the details, no matter what it is. No matter what it is that you find yourself dedicated to. If you know it's time to move on to something more inspiring, find your plan to do so. Consistent action is called for. And often we feel blocked right before we expand into new levels. It's okay to be imperfect as you learn. As you become the master, find joy in self-improvement to help you get there. With loving determination, I persevere and I become the person I long to be. Again, Pisces, for some of you, it's like you've been hesitating and anticipating this action because you may not feel fully ready. And you may even be getting into analysis paralysis, or trying to perfect everything or find the perfect thing or the perfect way of doing things. And it's like, no, Pisces, taking that first step, making that first move is really gonna get the ball rolling and gonna lead to this major breakthrough and this major victory. Eight of Pentacles. Right now is the time to go all in. Okay, whatever this is going to pay off. The Wheel of Fortune. You're about to get lucky. Okay, so I want to go ahead and clarify the Page of Wands before we move forward. Holy Spirit, what is this Page of Wands for Pisces? Tell us a little bit more. What do you want Pisces to know about this Page of Wands? Okay, we have the Strength coming in, Major Arcana. We have Justice. Wow, Pisces. Get out of here. Justice coming in. We just had Judgment in the reverse. You felt like you were done wrong in some kind of situation. Something was unfair or unjust to you. There was a bad judgment call and you ended up feeling like you got the shorter end of the stick. Something's about to be made right. You have justice on your side. There's divine intervention coming in, Pisces, and something's about to be made right in your life. Also, Nine of Wands in the reverse, Pisces. Do not give up. There's a final step. There's a final push to get to this, success, to cross the finish line. Why is the Nine of Wands in the reverse, Holy Spirit? Tell us a little bit more. Okay, Five of Pentacles, Ace of Cups in the reverse, and we have the Two of Swords in the upright. Nine of Wands. A need to trust and open up to people. Holding on to old stories, the need to let go of old battles, the need to follow through and finish what you started, trapped by your own boundaries. Determination, resilience, defiance, a last defense, the final push, excitement for what's to come. Finding motivation in the face of difficulties. I push beyond my own perceived limitations and I remain open and trusting as I do. Don't give up now. You're almost there. As you round the corner towards success, something may surface that threatens your feelings of security and achievement. It's important to remember how far you've come. Don't see this minor deceleration as a symbol of failure. Step into your resilient last stand, one final push to complete this task, and tomorrow's stunning light you can rest. In shadow, this card suggests that you're making things harder than necessary or being overly defensive. You may even be inadvertently choosing a more difficult path because you believe on some level that healing and ascension should be difficult. Sometimes we become so enamored with our stories of rising up that our own shadows become romantic notions that we seek to defend. Let go of any ideas you have about navigating specific lessons on your path. Your time to relax into security and success is on the horizon. These kinds of adversities and challenges and whatever kind of painful situations or endings you've gone through, strength. It's made you stronger, and justice is about to come into your life. Something's about to be made right. Do not give up, Pisces. Push through. 5 of Pentacles to 5 of Cups in the reverse to 2 of Swords. Something happened, Pisces, in the past that maybe you felt the need to really protect your heart or protect your emotions. And for some of you, you may have disconnected from your heart or from your emotions, because 5 of Pentacles, you felt like something that happened in your past was either restricting you, or you felt confined, or maybe even abandoned or locked out in the cold. 5 of Pentacles talks about scarcity. It talks about feeling limited, and whatever it was. 2 of Swords, it's like you felt like you couldn't see the full picture. You didn't know what decision to make. You felt like you were at a crossroads between a rock and a hard place. And you usually have that foresight, you have that intuition to guide you, but some of you may have felt like you were caught up in the situation. And again, this is connected to the past because it's here with the 10 of Swords. Whatever you went through in the past, Pisces, know that things will be made right. Wands in the reverse, Pisces. Push through because you're about to see some major success coming into your life. Page of Wands. I don't know what's going on, Pisces, but this month of November is going to be a really good month for a lot of you. It feels like it's been a long time coming. Okay, it's about time. It's about time for a lot of you to finally see these breakthroughs and these big successes, these big breakthroughs, these big achievements. Holy Spirit, what do you want Pisces to know about the 3 of Pentacles? The 3 of Pentacles to 6 of Cups. What does this mean for Pisces, Holy Spirit? Please clarify. 3 of Pentacles to 6 of Cups. Okay, 6 of Pentacles in the reverse. Justice in the reverse. Whatever this is connected to a past situation. Page of Pentacles in the upright. 6 of Swords in the reverse. 5 of Swords in the upright. Pisces, this 6 of Cups and this 3 of Pentacles is connected to some kind of situation that happened in your past, where something was not balanced. There was not an equal give and take. There was no equal reciprocation in the situation, and this was unfair, unjust to you, and you had to really make some tough calls. You had to make some decisions to finally regain your balance, regain your stability, your grounding. And as you can see, she's looking the other way. Maybe you had to go separate ways. Maybe you had to do something for yourself that required you to go in a different direction. 6 of Swords in the reverse. Someone did not want you to transition away from them. Someone didn't want you to move away from them, but they were also holding you in a situation that was not beneficial to you. 5 of Swords in the upright. This talks about negative voices, a negative mental space, bad memories, feeling like you're trapped in some kind of situation, and it did lead to some kind of a painful ending. Pisces, so whatever this was is the only challenge that I'm seeing here. Do not allow yourself to be held back by memories of the past, Pisces. Do not allow any kind of situation from the past to get in the way of your success, because you're so close to the finish line. Whatever this was in the past, if you have been needing, I feel like a lot of you already know that you did the right thing, but if you have needed confirmation or validation, 6 of Pentacles in the reverse, something was unbalanced. Something was not balanced and not fair to you, and you did the right thing by investing into yourself, by choosing yourself, by finding your grounding. And again, Page of Pentacles, a lot of you Pisces, you've made decisions that have positioned you to achieve the successes, to get to those victories. And Page of Pentacles is all about materializing your manifestations, bringing it into reality, not just keeping your heads in the clouds, but actually bringing it in to reality, grounding it. Page of Pentacles coming in. Pisces, you did the right thing, because whoever this was in your past, Six of Swords, they did not want you to transition. But Five of Swords, they were keeping you in a situation that was not beneficial to you and that was not helping you grow or become the person that you truly want to be. What is this about, Holy Spirit? What is this Five of Swords for Pisces? Tell us a little bit more. Who is this Five of Swords, or what is this Five of Swords energy for Pisces? Two of Cups, Three of Wands, the Strength in the reverse, the Ace of Wands, and the Nine of Wands in the upright. We just had it in the reverse. Pisces, this might have been someone that you were connected to, that you had some kind of relationship with, whether it was romantic, platonic, maybe this is an ex, maybe this is a friend, a family member, a business partner. I don't know who this was for you, but that Five of Swords is a Two of Cups. This means that you guys were connected in some kind of a way emotionally. Three of Wands, you had to really do what was best for you and go in a different direction. Three of Wands, you're anticipating your ships coming in because you did the right thing. Because if you would have stayed in that situation, you would have stayed stuck, okay? The Strength in the reverse. Whoever this person was, Pisces, they tried to take your power away, or they were intimidated by your power, by your confidence, by your independence. And they might have just been a very controlling person or a very negative person that tried to keep you in this place where, again, it was like things were not going in the best direction. And it was also very unbalanced. Maybe it was one-sided, or it was, toxic or imbalanced in some kind of way. So Two of Cups to Three of Wands, you had to go in a new direction. Ace of Wands, you have a brand new opportunity, and it's really brought out the warrior within you. It's brought out that inner strength, okay? Maybe you didn't know if you could do this alone, or maybe you were so used to the idea that you guys would be connected or you guys would be in this situation together, and you didn't know that this separation was going to lead to anything, but it did. Ace of Wands, it led to a brand new opportunity just coming in because you know that you did the right thing. You know that choosing yourself and walking in a new direction was the right thing to do, and that is leading you to an Ace of Wands, a brand new opportunity. The Strength in the reverse, whoever this person was may have been intimidated by your strength, by your power, maybe even by your independence, okay? This may even be a person that when you were with them, you didn't feel like yourself. You didn't feel strong enough to do things. It's just like this energy that is not, it takes you away from who you really are. Five of Swords in the reverse, it keeps you in the head space. It keeps you in the mind space. Nine of Wands, it did allow you to tap into your inner warrior and to do the things that you knew that you needed to do for yourself. And Pisces, you're going to be rewarded for that. You will be rewarded for whatever this situation. If you felt like this, again, took something away from you or something was unbalanced, you will be rewarded. Things will be brought back into balance. Holy Spirit, what do you want Pisces to know about the Ten of Swords coming in? What is this Ten of Swords for Pisces? Tell us a little bit more about the situation. Again, Three of Pentacles, Six of Cups, the Ten of Swords. This is past energy. This already happened. It's already happened, but it's leading you to your victory. Nine of Pentacles in the reverse, Seven of Wands. Pisces, someone might have been intimidated by your independence. They may have not liked how independent, how unique, how invested, how much you gave to yourself. They may have even thought that you were selfish, okay? And not saying that that's true, but that's just their perception, because they may have wanted you to do that for them, to invest that into themselves. This may have been a very self-centered kind of person, but Nine of Pentacles in the reverse, your sense of independence, needing your alone time, being your own person, how unique you are, that might have been threatening to them because they're used to really overpowering or controlling situations or people so that they feel like they're in control. And your sense of independence, how you do things, how you move in life, that might have made them uneasy. They might have felt like you could read them like an open book, okay? I don't know what this is or what the situation was. Seven of Wands coming in. You have a lot of power within you, Pisces. And even though you don't voice it out, you don't just flaunt it out there, people feel it. People feel that about you. And it's like they want to see what you're about. They want to see if they can conquer you. They want to see if they can put you in their pocket. And your sense of independence really intimidates them. They don't like that. Okay, they don't like that. You may also take a lot of alone time, and they may have their doubts about that. It may make them nervous that you don't really need them like that. It's like, Pisces, you've achieved a level of success in your life to where you get to choose. if you want somebody in your life, not because you need them, but because you want them. And they may be the type of person that is codependent. They need people. They need to feed on people. They need to have people around them to stroke their ego, to do their bidding, to feel like they're in control or in power. And because you tend to be very independent, like you are your own battery, you recharge, you have very artistic qualities, you have your own thing going, and you don't really need them like that. You may choose to want people in your life, but you don't need them. That might have made them feel a little bit insecure. And they may have, again, that's something that they might have not liked about you. They may have tried to really dominate or conquer you, or try and put you in their pocket, or try and claim you in some kind of way. Because Nine of Pentacles talks about self-sufficiency, independence, doing your own thing, being your own person. And the reverse is like they want to take that away. They want to take you out of singlehood, or they want to take you out of that independent place because they want to be needed by you. They want you to need them because there is a level of codependency, okay? Ten of Swords, there's something not healthy about that. And this is more so past energy. But Pisces, again, do not change yourself for anybody, okay? Some of you may have even played it off a little bit, in the sense of like not letting them in on how much, on your inner world, truly, because you don't trust them like that. It's like you may test people to see how much you can trust them with. Seven of Wands. Why the Seven of Wands again, Holy Spirit? Why the Seven of Wands again? Ace of Swords to King of Pentacles in the reverse. Pisces, this might have been a very surface level kind of person, a very superficial person. And it's like they wanted to be in your life. They wanted to be in your vortex. They wanted to be connected to you. But it's like you realize that there was a lot of things that were not matched. There was a lot of things that did not match with who you are as a person. And you notice that there was like a power struggle or a power battle here. Maybe even, their ego kind of getting in the way. Ace of Swords. Pisces, you tend to speak your truth, okay? You don't hold back. You can't be fake. You can't fake situations. And so that might have intimidated them. That might have really made them uneasy around you because they know that you will speak your truth no matter what. And so there was an ending, okay? There was an ending because you knew that this was not aligned with you or with the person that you were trying to become. Ace of Swords. Some of you came across some kind of information, some truth, some clarity that helped you make this decision to move in a different direction, to bring an end to the situation. And again, this is past energy, but because of what you did, because of your actions, because of your moves, you're finally in this place where you are Four of Wands to Six of Wands. You're about to cross the finish line. You're about to achieve a major success in your life. Holy Spirit, tell us more about the Six of Wands for Pisces. Tell us more about the success. Judgment. Queen of Wands. We have the Ace of Swords coming in again. Pisces, there's a major breakthrough coming into your life. Ace of Swords, you're about to receive some major information, some clarity that you've been needing to make the next move. The Judgment coming in, you're leveling up. This victory is about to level you up in a major way. Queen of Wands, you're coming back into your confidence. You're coming back into your power, into your manifestation abilities. Some of you may be starting a new business, a new investment, some kind of new project in your life. This is a very entrepreneurial energy. It's also the energy of being outgoing, a fire starter, kind of bringing that confidence, really lighting up the room. Pisces, you tend to amplify people's energies. You tend to really light up the room and have a lot of confidence. You make it look easy. Creativity, passion, determination, confidence, joy, bold expression, helping others as you build your queendom power. You are capable and fierce. It's time to root into your purpose and boldly step into the limelight of your life. The Queen of Wands radiates creativity, passion wherever she goes. And when she enters the room, her exuberant charisma and confidence is palpable. Don't be afraid to be the center of attention. And for God's sake, stop acting small in order to make those around you feel more comfortable. Make sure that fiery bursts of productivity are accompanied by laughter and gratitude, connection, appreciation, and love. It's okay to hold shadow in all this light. Don't push it down so deeply that you can't find it again. Accept the parts of you that you don't openly share. The past failures that have held you back, they don't define you. So transmute that shadow, sit with it briefly, then light it on fire because you don't need it anymore. I fill my world with an intense light that connects and incites passions. Pisces, you're about to achieve a major success. Four of Wands to Six of Wands. You're crossing the finish line. You're achieving a major milestone. 6 of Wands. You're coming into some major success in your life. And that success is bringing in the 10 of Cups, emotional fulfillment. Page of Wands. There are some actions that you need to take this month, Pisces, that will really get the ball. It will really get the ball rolling. You take that first step, the universe is going to take 10 steps towards you.